Good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Lynn Hayes Freeland Show. Sometimes there's just so much information, you need to focus for the entire show. That is what today's show is all about. It is about a very special event coming up. It is Softer Side Seminars presents, in conjunction with Center of Life, Jada House International, Hazelwood Family Center, and Autism Urban Connections Incorporated, a conversation about health and your sense of self in Hazelwood. If that sounds like a lot of information, wait till you get there on the 25th of January. Here to fill us in on what this all means, three individuals, three different perspectives. Renee Aldridge is the coordinator of this entire event. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. Dr. Stephen Evans, just kind of a trailblazer in this community when it comes to our health, when it comes to anything health related. Geraldine Massey, welcome to you all.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, my job is done here. My work is done. Renee, what's this all about? I mean, you've done these Softer Side seminars, but this is huge, what you're doing on the 25th.
It's a little bit different. It's different. You know, we've done Softer Side Seminar annual events since 2008. And each year it's been about your self-esteem and building a healthy sense of self and feeling better about yourself and being intentional about just being the best version of who you are. Over the last year or so, you know, God put it on my heart that it's time to repurpose this activity, Softer Side Seminars, and to include men. And with that said, went on to realize that the situations around the health of African Americans remains the same. It remains the same. And when we have a healthy sense of ourself, we are more inclined to be more proactive about our physical health.
Okay.
And then maybe now's the time to pull together men and women with healthcare professionals to give them the information that's so important around maintaining and living longer.
And living longer.
And having lessening our suffering, if you will.
All right. And Dr. Evans, you're going to be the keynote speaker on the 25th of January. And you know, when it comes to subjects of our health, while you are honest and direct, you know, a lot of times we don't want to deal with issues surrounding our health. We shy away from them.
We want to be empowered on that day to take charge of our health. For so long in our communities, we have neglected being the captain of how we manage our levels of activities, our exercise, our diet, and also the information we consume. So at the end of that conference and that day, I want you to know that you can modify some behaviors to change how that story ends. Cancer is my focus of conversation, and we want to talk about breast cancer. Breast cancer also affects men. I had a young man with breast cancer in my office this past Monday, while the other 6 African Americans were women. So they have to be a part of the conversation. So in addition to breast cancer, we want to talk about the other cancers that greatly impact our communities. Secondly, being colon cancer. And these cancers can be preventable through screening, and we want to give information about screening and the power of that and how that can save lives.
There's so many follow-ups. We could do like 2 hours with you on that, but I'm going to hold that thought for just a second because, Geraldine, before we go to commercial break, tell me about the Center for Life.
So Center of Life.
Center of Life.
Center of Life is a nonprofit organization that does after-school programming, and so they focus on a lot of different things. So they brought me on in a sense to help with the mental health of our families, to strengthen families, to make them be able to go out and go above their to fulfill their hierarchy of needs and to be able to think in a better place and to to know that they have the rights and the responsibilities. So it does a lot at the Center of Life. It is an after-school program, but it also has 2 music programs, one being crunk and one being the jazz, where they teach instrumental and music to our young people. And it serves kids from 5 years of age to 18.
Oh, so I couldn't come there and learn crunk.
Well, you can't learn crunk. Well, you can dance with me if you want to,
all right.
but you know, I'll dance with you.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And Dr. Evans, I just want to follow up, and only because I think so often when we talk about cancer, we have different outcomes. In the African American community, our outcomes are different. But what I hear you saying is some of that we can control or we can impact.
There are great healthcare disparities and outcomes with regard to cancer, and the factors that play a role in that are many. But we know that race and lack of access to healthcare are major factors, and we want to give information also about how people can, the underinsured, the uninsured, can gain access to all the quality health care that exists right here in Pittsburgh.
Okay, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's why folks need to come on the 25th.
That's why they need to come on.
And we got a lot more to talk about, so don't go away. We'll tell you how you can register, get more information, and we're going to give you a sneak preview of an event coming up on Monday, so stick around. We got a lot to do.